Ask us some questions so we have some video ideas. Thank you.
That's the truth, though. That's so... Hey, it's Connor Paulson with Uptown Creation. We've got
Garrett Smith.
the Smith.
Smitty.
Today we're bringing you the 3 reasons why you should never compare yourself to others. Especially us millennials. Why?
Right, so, hey, can you be quiet down there?
Damn
mopeders.
Loud exhaust.
So, the number one point we have is your path to success is going to be different from your peers. Their ideal lifestyle and vision of what they want to, accomplish in life it's going to be different than yours. Maybe you're someone who only needs to make, $40,000 a year and, own your house and have a great family and coach your kids' little league team. There's plenty of people perfectly happy with that. Some people might need, the big buckaroos that go with it.
Obama.
Right. And just keeping in mind that, you got to take everything with a grain of salt when you're comparing yourself to your peers. It's definitely a great thing to have, that little competitive advantage and, the competition that comes along with it. But don't let it consume you to the point where you're, trying to live somebody else's lifestyle.
And you bring up a great point, because this is something we're guilty of. We're not going to stand here and say that we don't feel it. No, I feel it on a daily basis.
Right,
and I'll be honest with you. It's this constant struggle to we naturally as humans, I think, we compare ourselves to others because, anyone watching this video, obviously you're someone that cares about self-development and becoming successful, however you define success.
Right.
But realizing that any of your peers, family members, or the travel influencer you love on Instagram, or the gaming YouTuber, it's that your path to success is gonna be different than theirs. Mm-hmm. And in that, why would you compare yourself to someone that is working towards their dream, but yet those people, I can assure you, are still comparing themselves to others too.
Right.
So if you live within your own lane, put on the blinders, run like a goddamn greyhound, that's seriously, it's so difficult to do, but in reality, and constantly remind yourself, don't think in the now. Don't think, well, this person's already, they have 50,000 more subscribers than we do, and I'm not there, so obviously I should mimic what they do. Hell no. Do you. Figure out what are you passionate about and put it into whatever you're creating, whether that's a product or service. So point number 2, and that's, when you do this, you start to feel not good enough. And that's the reality. And again, we feel this all the time. And that's a big part of what's so cool about the Uptown Creation team is that we can have these vulnerable conversations, and we have them a lot.
One plug. If you happen to find yourself not feeling good enough, we'll put a link in the description. There's a video by Chris Monk of Man that I think might be helpful to you guys.
Our boy Charlie.
Yeah, we watch Charlie quite a bit, so we'll hook you guys up with some shit on there. But go ahead.
DM him and he'll send you a free t-shirt. Just tell him #Uptown Creation. Yeah. No, seriously, do it. And honestly, and what happens when you start to do this, and if you don't feel good enough, right? This entrepreneurial term, we have to realize it's only been around a few years. And news and media portray this entrepreneurship thing as big checks, commas, zeros in the bank account, big houses, cars, right? Yes. It seems so easy. You go pitch a company and you make $100 million in a day. It's like, hey, you know what? We'll take a vacation. Well, in the reality, it's not like that. I'm sure for anyone watching, do you guys feel the same? It's the reality of when you feel lost, it's tough to get back on track. And I've been in whatever you want to call it, this entrepreneurial scene for over 3 years now, and I have over 4 failed businesses. And I say that with the utmost upbeat, positive mindset because I'm happy.
That's the thing in entrepreneur. It's not a failure. That's the thing.
How you define it, but it's what you say, but then at the same time actually believing it. Because at the end of the day, what it comes down to is you actually believing it. Because it's in your mind. You can watch our content, you can watch all of our videos and take what we say, but it's implementing it in your life, right? It's reading a self-development book. It's reading Elon Musk's biography. Or it's reading 4-Hour Workweek with Tim Ferriss or Jim Collins, right? Any of those. You can read it, and that's great, but you need to apply it. And to do that, what that helps you do is it helps you avoid that lost feeling, and realize that when you're comparing yourself to others, that lost feeling that, all the people you aspire to be or look up to or accounts you want to mimic, realize that those are people too, and they feel the exact same way you do.
Right. Exactly. We're all people at the end of the day. And that brings us to our third point, which is I want you guys to realize that everyone portrays their best self online. Like, you go on LinkedIn, of course, Jimmy in your sociology class is an expert at all the issues
Jimmy.
I hate Jimmy too, but it's just everybody's going to put their best self online, and it's not a bad thing. Like, why would you want to, put your bad self online? But just kind of keep that in mind that, like, yeah, with all this good stuff, kind of what's the bad in it? What's the give and take? Like, anything you do in life, there's going to be give and take. Like, if you
give in the take.
Yeah, if you want a 6-figure, income, you're going to probably be working, 80, 100-hour weeks. Like, that's just kind of what kind of comes with it sometimes. And it's a sacrifice of figuring out your values and, like, where are you in line with that, and like if it's for you or not. And that's the main thing. Is it for you or not? Like, maybe that's Jimmy's lifestyle, but is it yours?
It's not yours. He's working towards a goal that's different than yours. So why would you compare yourself to someone else? And realize that everyone's path, regardless of you want to be the next LeVar Ball. Well, goddamn, I hope you do. But realize your path is going to be vastly different because you probably don't have an NBA dad. You probably don't have 2 other all-star brothers. You probably don't have a contract with Nike. And I say this because there is some humor in it in regards to our generation falls victim to it too easily. We're surrounded with this content of you need to look skinny, you need to do this. If you want to be in fashion, you got to be in New York. All this bullshit. And the reality is that if you want it bad enough, be you. Like Garrett said, define your values. What do you want in life? Define the direction you're working towards, and define what that lifestyle looks like.
Right.
And once you do that, make sure that ideally you're working in line with
just ask yourself
what you want.
Ask yourself the tough questions, those questions that you need to get answered.
Yep. Mom, where do babies come from?
Hell yeah.
iPhone X. We have all the details coming in the next video.
If you guys need a promo code for a discount, let us know.
We want to thank Apple and Mr. Jobs' family for the hookup. You'll see 6 reviews coming up.
Hella facial recognition
in the next 2 years. So yep. Hey, we'll see you next time. Make sure you subscribe down there. Hit the big red button, subscribe, so you can see more content. If you're a millennial that wants to be successful,
me too.
Join us because we're on the same track. We've failed. We'll be honest. We're going to tell you the truth. What sucks, what hurts, the shit you need to know.
Yeah, so ask us some questions so we have some video ideas. Thank you.
That's the truth, though. That's so funny. I love it, because I'm laughing, because seriously, send us video ideas. We love getting them, because then we just have a reason and some context for a video. Right. Otherwise, we're sitting here with notepads like, yeah, that'd be a good idea. Should we throw an iPhone in the blender? Like, yeah, it'd probably get some views. But see you next time.
Peace.